Good morning and welcome. I'm Atlas, and we have Raptor here. Say hello.
Hello.
All right. Today, today. Uh, so this is a custom deck that I made. Phil Dunphy, based off of the character from the show Modern Family on ABC. Um, our custom unmatched meta is 2v2 focused, and um, we will we don't incorporate base unmatched characters within our meta, and we also hope that you have a base understanding of unmatched. Um, Phil Dunphy is an interesting fighter. He has 14 health, melee, with 2 move and a sidekick of Luke Dunphy, and he's melee with 6 health. His ability is called Childish Fun. Once per turn, when you draw a card that only has 1 copy, you may reveal it and draw 2 more cards. So this deck touches upon the uh, questionable practice of creating 1 copy cards. Raptor and I are not the biggest fan of 1 copies unless they are thematic or have something to work around them, like Bruce Lee's Jeets and Sinbad's Voyages. Um, or Dr. Ellie Sattler's, um, like all of Malcolm's 1 copies, because Malcolm is a chaotician. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. So this is the first card in Phil Dunphy's deck. Finally, a worthy opponent. It's a 0 value attack card, Phil only, 3 copy, 3 boost. During combat, do a rock, paper, scissors best of 3 with the opposing fighter. The combat winner and loser is determined by the winner/loser of the rock, paper, scissors best of 3. After combat, the loser of the combat takes 3 damage. This card has caused a lot of pain and a lot of exciting moments.
We always play it at like a game-changing moment. Like it's like the winner of this rock paper scissors match will like probably win the game, like over a rock paper scissors match. It's so Phil is kind of built around having fun. So it's not, like super competitive when a rock paper scissors match can make such a big impact.
Yeah. Uh, I have lost because I have played this card. Because I lost to the best of 3 and took 3 damage, and I'm sitting there like, well, guess I'll die.
Yeah, we sometimes we use it to boost
It's
because
honestly better for
we're
boosting.
Yeah, we're too scared to, like, take 3 damage. That's, like, such a bad punishment. But if you're really good at rock, paper, scissors, like, me and Atlas do a lot of rock, paper, scissors matches because of Phil Dunphy. So, we kind of know a little bit of, like, psychology, I guess, against each other, so it makes it more entertaining and less kinda just luck. Um, but if we're confident enough, then maybe but then if we lose, it's just, like, so tough, but if you
Yeah.
win, it's just so good though.
Yeah, losing with this card sucks because it's 3 damage that you did to yourself. That's just another level of
J
mental hurt.
You spent the action to do that, yeah.
Yeah. It's so bad when it goes to like round 3 because then like you're just so tense. Anyway, um, next card. We spent too much time on this. um, the next card, it's a 2 copy scheme. It's called The Magician Never Reveals His Secrets. It has a 2 boost value. Draw 2 cards and gain 1 action. Or if an effect would let an opponent look at your hand, you may reveal this card to cancel that effect. This is the same card from Houdini's deck. Um, it's just good for card draw. Phil Dunphy like never runs out of cards in his hand, and if he does, it's very situational because he has his ability, and then this card, and then a few other cards. He has a lot of card draw. Um, Phil Dunphy is more of a support fighter though. Gutter Done, 3 value versatile, any, 2 boost value, 1 copy. After combat, move all fighters up to 2 spaces. So this does include opposing fighters and your teammates and Luke Dunphy. So this card is good for just a little bit of board control. It's so-so. It's like not bad, but it's not great. It just gets used a lot though, because it is good to be able to move characters around the board. I think board control and character positioning is actually a lot more prevalent within 2v2, just because there are more things on the board to worry about. The next card is a 1 copy. It's called Duck Village. It's a 3 value defense. It's an any with a 3 boost. After combat, draw up to 2 cards. If you're high in hand count, 1, I don't recommend defending with this card, unless you think they're playing a low card. And 2, just honestly draw 1 card most of the time. If you are low, draw 2 because, you don't really want to pass up and draw 2.
Yeah, Phil never his hand size never really gets too low unless you keep on getting like the same Luke cards over and over, which does
I hate
happen.
that.
Yeah.
Just getting Luke cards only is so annoying. Anyway, um, the next card is another 1 copy. It's called That Was Fun. It has a 3 value boost, fill only, 3 value attack. Immediately, swap the conditions for defense and offense winning the combat. After combat, if you won the combat, you may attack again with a new card. This is a bonus attack, kinda. You just use a different card.
It's a funner, more fair kind of one.
Yeah. And you have to. The immediately effect could have just not existed, and it could have been if you lost the combat. But it's so much funnier with the immediately, because then you have to think, wait, if the conditions are swapped and I'm attacking and I didn't deal damage, that means I would have lost normally, so that means I won. So with the fact that it's a 3, and this after combat with that immediately makes it a good card. Because it's likely to trigger due to normal. The average defense is about 3, or 2 if it's like a cancel or something. So you're typically going to win with this card, and then what you play next is completely up to you in the situation, because some cards are better than others depending on what's happening. Anyway, the next card is called Halo. It's a 1 copy, 2 value versatile, fill only, 3 boost. With the during combat of if this is the first combat this turn, ignore the opponent's value. This is good for avoiding damage, like in general. I think it's tricky on defense, because if the opponent thinks that you have it and they try to play around it, they'll end up throwing a bunch of low values,
No,
and
but
oftentimes they'll like bait. This is not fun to play into a bait attack.
it's not fun to play into a bait attack, but the opponent's not gonna predict that you have it.
That's true. It is a 1
Because that
copy. Yeah.
if Phil has so many 1 copies, they might expect like Kid's Breakfast, which is a card we'll get to in a second.
Yeah.
So but it's kind of a similar situation. You would still just attack low, I guess.
Yeah, it's
But on offense, it's still okay.
it's okay.
It's good. It's 2 damage.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
take
true.
it.
But it's just better on defense, because avoiding damage,
It is.
that's just a W in my book.
Yeah.
The next card is a 1 copy scheme. It's an any 3 boost value. It's called Dunphy Men. Move Phil and Luke Dunphy adjacent to any 2 different heroes. Luke's adjacent hero cannot be Phil. That just means like you can't put you can't have Luke and Phil like surrounding the same hero, pinning them from just anywhere on the board, gaining an action, double attacking. They also Luke can't be placed next to Phil, but you can place Luke next to like your teammate or another opposing hero.